I'm Mandy.
And I'm Jessica.
And this is The Coop.
This is Coop Faves, where we share our favorite homeschooling resources and adventures. Faves. The fave today is Ecologies, a nature-inspired card game by Montrose Biology.
Ooh.
So, I found this game through my husband, as I'm pretty sure all the games I have in my house are from my husband. But he loves science-based games, and he loves card games and strategy games and all kinds of stuff. So we're going to link this for you. It can only be purchased at this point in time from Montrose Biology's Etsy store.
What?
So it's a very small operation. It's really neat to support them. And I love what they're doing. So what is it? It's a card game designed by a biology teacher where the goal is to create balanced ecologies while trying to unbalance your opponents.
Oh, fun.
So it's for 1 to 6 players. It's recommended for ages 12 and up, but my daughter's been playing it now for about 2 years, which made her about 8 when she started.
And my kids play it with her too, right? I
think so.
I know my daughter does because she loves it.
I think my husband helped. I think they did it they did it together.
Okay.
So I think he helped. And at that point they were maybe 9 and a half, almost 10. So it's definitely does not have to be for over 12. But my son, who's 4 and a half,
no way.
No.
Yeah.
He could sit along and he might be interested in what happens, but he's not ready for playing by himself.
Yeah.
Now, the time is about 60 to 90 minutes, which gets outside of my realm of comfortable gameplay.
That's a very long game.
It's a very long game. Let me describe it a little bit more, and then I'll share more on my own experiences. So in Ecologies, this comes directly from Montrose Biology. I didn't write this myself. This is from them. But in Ecologies, you build and maintain food webs in diverse biomes from around the world. Each biome has a different ecology and gives unique rewards when it is healthy and balanced. But watch out. Your opponents may decide it's easier to disturb and degrade your ecosystems than to nurture their own. In this hectic environment, you must choose how to best protect and care for your ecologies.
Fun.
So, Ecologies includes 77 unique organisms, 7 biomes, and beautiful vintage Victorian art. Which
I don't think I've ever
really
used the word biome before. So it's
Right?
cool, like the vocabulary.
Yeah.
The vintage Victorian art. That's really cool.
I really think it's a beautiful game.
Yeah, it is beautiful. The box is beautiful.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So, there's 3 reasons why it's a favorite. It's hugely educational.
Oh, yeah.
As
I
you
was
just
talking
said.
about vocab.
Yeah, just the vocabulary and the descriptions. You're like, oh, a biome. Tell me more. You know, and made me think biodome. You know, like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
But that's the idea. Is it's hugely educational, but it's really, really interesting, and it's very competitive.
Cool.
The second reason it's a favorite is because it takes a lot of strategy and thought to not only smartly build your own ecology, but to think ahead to throwing off your opponent or protecting yourself. And so, as they said in that description, it really is. And so it's highly competitive. You get really invested in the food webs that you're creating. You're trying to reach, I think it's like 11 or 12 points. And so you start off with the bottom of the food chain, essentially. And so if, I don't know, I can't think of any of them, but there's things that are at the bottom of the food webs, you know, a spider.
Shrimp.
And then something eats the spider, and something eats that, and then something eats that. So you're building these upward food webs. But the first card you play is worth 0.25 points.
Oh.
It's that nuanced.
Yeah.
So this is where you have to really be prepared for what's being played. But if you have an adult guiding the kids who might need help with that kind of math, they'll be fine.
Well, good. It's like a decimal.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you think of it as quarters,
Yeah.
you'll be good.
Yeah.
So you can imagine that it takes a while to get to 12 points.
Yeah.
If you've got
Wow.
cards down at the bottom that are 12, and you start working on different biomes to see which ones you can build up
Wow.
well. And there's trading involved and other strategies. And so it is complex, but it is fun.
Yeah.
And I enjoyed playing it, but I learned that I'm too highly competitive. I got really upset when my husband disturbed my
my
biome.
goodness.
He put some kind of parasite on it, and it knocked it back down, and I could never get more than 2 points on that biome.
Okay, nerd alert.
I know. I know. So I was liking it. You know, I did get into it, even though this is not my interest area. But I don't like that gameplay.
Yeah.
And knowing me personally,
You
knowing
like
myself,
to win.
I'm too competitive. And I really don't like feeling upset for a game. It's what I'm teaching my kids.
Yeah.
It's just a game. And here I am going, I can't believe you did that.
Yeah, I get very worked up about
Right.
games.
And then there's future trading involved. And so I'm like, you can't have that. I'm not trading with you for anything. You disturbed my biome. You are dead to me.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's not how I want to teach my kids to play games. And so I have to say, no, thank you.
Yeah.
So it's great strategy. There's a lot of really
sounds
great
amazing.
things. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the third reason it's a favorite is because they have expansions.
Oh yeah.
So Montrose Biology came out with 2 expansion packs as of this recording. They have Bizarre Biomes and Hidden Habitats, which offer more variety. With so many biomes, it feels like you're playing an entirely different game each time you play, because you would just choose, I think you choose maybe 7 biomes.
I mean,
to play
just
with.
their wording alone, bizarre biomes
Right.
and hidden habitats. It's just
it's
clever.
And I should have pulled out more specific ones, but there's a swamp biome, for instance. There's a riparian biome, land river interface habitats.
Yeah.
So you definitely learn a lot of stuff in this game, and it's really great. And I value what this game brings to my children's education, and I'm fascinated. I don't mind watching it.
Yeah.
I just don't want to play it anymore.
Yeah.
And that's my own personal problem. So how we use it in my home is we have played it as a family. My daughter and my husband love to play it together, but it does require a good chunk of time, and so they don't play it as often as maybe they want, and we have a lot of other games in our house too, so it's in a rotation. As a game night with friends, so as you mentioned, your daughter has played it with my daughter and my husband and enjoyed it, and she probably only played it once, which makes it even more like, now I know things and I want to do more. You know, now I know what I might do different, and so it is really exciting. We have some old friends from our homeschooling days who still meet up for game nights.
Oh, cool.
And we invited them over, and they played this game amongst others. And so we had our own homeschool friends playing games, and my daughter was playing with them, and maybe my nephew too. And so it was just neat to see, you know, a multi-generational gameplay. And then as art appreciation, my daughter just today had these cards out and was tracing them with tracing paper.
Cool.
Because again, the art is
so
really,
pretty.
really beautiful. And so I'm holding it up. If you're watching the YouTube, you get the view. If you're not watching the YouTube, sorry.
That was Wild Dog.
Wild Dog. And the biomes, you know, based on the color of the cards. And so it's actually complicated. There's not like an easy cheat sheet. So you definitely have to be involved in this game to know what's happening.
Where's the instructions?
They have these little instruction packets right here that can come in each card box. So we have the original game and the 2 expansion packs. And so there are card types. It talks about, you know, the different types of cards, how to play. It gives you everything you need to know.
Yeah.
Oh, it does have a cheat sheet for the biomes. So in the original card game, it comes with the coniferous forest, which was my favorite, the tundra, temperate forest, grassland, desert, tropical forest, and marine. And so then bizarre biomes, it has an urban biome. So like what would you find in the city?
Cockroaches.
Seriously, they're on there. And so it's really interesting. So there's a lot to that. Additional info. Support a small business.
Yeah.
My favorite thing about them is that they're clearly a small business running everything through Etsy.
That's cool.
They've got this great thing going on, and I love for your continued support for them, because expanding this is only going to be more awesome.
Yeah.
Or if they can figure out something to do that's also really cool, there might be another game that they can come out with.
They should go to a homeschool conference.
They should. I should email them.
You should.
Yes. And then I have this really cool faux book box that we got also to help support them, and because it looks so cool on my bookshelf. And so it carries all of the cards. And Mandy asked me, why is it so empty? And I said, well, I think they anticipate coming out with more. So I only have one shelf of the 3 available in this Ecologies faux book box. And that's Ecologies. Thanks for listening. We love your support. Be sure to subscribe to our podcast, leave a rating and review to let us know how we're doing, and share our podcast with your friends who need a little community, humility, and joyful fun in homeschooling.